welcome to Vyakti Journey, a Vyakti Parivar Chit Chat. Sweet conversations that overflow with insights and inspirations. Welcome, our dear angel brother Eric. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, everyone, and very, very special loving greetings to each and everyone. And yes, Mohini Didi, nice to be with you again today. Every time is a bit different. And today, you notice I have a different background. So I'm not home. I'm in Winnipeg. And usually when I'm at home, I like to go behind the wall and I see my beautiful jasmine plant. And I bring you a beautiful jasmine. But today I have something even better to present to you. Because if I go behind this wall here, I will find living jasmine flowers. And in Winnipeg, as you know, we don't have an official center, but we have beautiful souls here in Winnipeg who just gathered for the past 2 weeks, and they wanted to say hello to you, like you say hello to the beautiful group in Thailand. So here we have a beautiful group, fresh, new souls here in Winnipeg, just on the other side of the wall. And they look like a beautiful jasmine plant in bloom. And they are more fragrant than the jasmine at home. So we found, Brother Lionel is here, and he's been in Winnipeg for so long. He's been with Baba for more than 40 years. Sister Anne visiting from Peace Village. Her family is here in Winnipeg. And so we have beautiful souls that I met for the first time, some of them. So some are listening to you for the first time. It's a beautiful experience to be here. And so this is the bouquet that we wanted to present to you tonight. So welcome in Vyakti Parivar, the whole Winnipeg group behind the wall. They can hear me through the wall as well. So Mohini Didi, it's so nice that this topic for the whole month. And you mentioned earlier a little bit about how merciful maybe sometimes is a quality that is a little bit difficult to fully understand. And I was wondering if we can chit chat about the connection between merciful and a bestower. And I was wondering, how do you see the connection between the two? And for example, is being bestower because of generosity the same thing as being a bestower because of being merciful? Right? So how do you see the connection between the two?
One is that one is not able to help one's own self. And you know that soul can do, and you say, one thing is you will say that, why don't you do this? And you can do it. And though that soul doesn't want to do or doesn't have courage to do. So that's where now, since this month, this theme has started, so I feel mercy. That means I can continue to give advice, or I can continue to tell her what is right. And I'm talking of someone's health, like, so that soul just doesn't feel that I need to do anything. And I thought I have to be merciful so that I can continue to bestow in whatever her needs are. But if I am not merciful, I will say, that's okay, let her do what she wants. And, like you, in a way, you disconnect yourself. But when you have mercy, then you are still very open and say, yes, I will still help that soul. Like in your heart, you still have those feelings of helping. That's what my experience for today. That's what because this whole month we are thinking about, and apply it immediately and be merciful and see what you can bestow. Not immediately, but you leave your heart open still for that soul saying, yes, I should be merciful. These are beautiful feelings, actually, instead of disconnecting and saying, oh, I don't think I will help you or do anything for you.
It's interesting because, I was thinking about what you said, and also during this month, I was asking myself, okay, I can evaluate easily if I'm loving. I know how to evaluate if I'm very loving. I know how to evaluate if I'm very generous, if I'm kind. But when I try to evaluate, am I really merciful? To be honest, I was a little bit lost in terms of, oh, what am I evaluating really? How do I know I'm merciful? What's the difference between being sorry for someone and being merciful? So how can you help us to evaluate our degree of mercy?
I think that now we don't feel sorry, right? So we are merciful. Before we used to feel sorry for everything, for everyone. And now because we don't take sorrow and we know that that person has to deal with whatever is there, but I should be merciful and kind of be available to help in whatever way, whether it's power or virtue or understanding, whatever is required. So I don't think that we have, sorry, we don't feel sorry for anything. Once we make our mistake and say sorry is different, but not of the pains and sorrow of others. Before it used to be like you take sorrow, you really feel pity or sympathy, but now it is more mercy. And mercy is something like your heart is still open for bestowing.
It's strange because I'm sure I should agree with you, but the language still remains sometimes a language. Whenever something happens, we say, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. So the language is still, one of feeling sorry. I don't know if I would say to someone, oh, I'm merciful to hear that. I feel mercy to hear that. So it's still the language that we have to be sorry about someone. But merciful seems to me something a little bit deeper, that I'm wondering sometimes, what is the awareness that makes me feel mercy versus the awareness that makes me feel sorry, which is a bit more common?
Actually, we have many Hindi words. We call it Rahm, we call it Daya Bhav, like compassion and then love, and mercy is more like Rahm. And Rahm is like, it's also God's quality that he's merciful, right? God won't say, I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry about what you're going through. But he will be merciful. If it is something he can do, forgive, he will do it and still bestow. So it's a little bit different.
When we were talking about being a bestower, and when you mentioned that we were checking how each one has a different style of bestowing. And for Brahma Baba, you mentioned about his caring nature, how much he was caring. So if you had to describe Brahma Baba's attitude of mercy, is there something that comes to mind that to you really represents his attitude of mercy?
Yeah, thinking about.
Yeah, we ask you always to go into the book of your memories, and it's like, okay, searching keyword mercy, what happens?
I think Baba, first of all, he was very much into serving through the mind. So Dadi Janki, as you all know, was appointed as official nurse for the patients. So she will go and say, Baba, this one didn't sleep whole night. And so as soon as Baba is told, like his powerful thoughts go towards that soul, and that soul is able to sleep or feeling well. So he's doing it out of mercy or what? It's not just care, it's mercy too, right? But his way of expressing that mercy is to provide that power or to relieve, remover of sorrow and bestower of happiness. And that's what we learn from Baba, that don't take sorrow. But if your thoughts can help to remove the sorrow of someone and then bestow happiness. So this I could remember. And he was not like showing, a weak one sympathy, but rather he will help that soul. And that's mercy. Help in the sense of giving some assignment, saying some very, very benevolent words, and through drishti, through love. And these are different ways Baba expressed his mercy.
How does it work for you? How do you find yourself expressing that mercy, or did you find that this was an attitude or a power, maybe not just a virtue, but a power that you felt was needed? When Baba says, can't you feel mercy for the souls who are going through something? Is it something that you feel you've been developing in you and trying to apply and, refine your ability of being merciful?
Yeah, when I look at the world, whether it is violence or conflict or, all kinds of miseries which are happening in the world. So internally being merciful, as Baba said, set the vibrations, and people say we pray for them, but through our words, actually, we help. And I think that it must be helping souls, because so much is happening, right, all over the world. So being merciful, bestow your love, your peace, your power, whichever virtue. That's what I do. I don't take it because how much can you take anyway when it comes to suffering, right? But instead you can give at that time. Give as much you can do.
I'm still searching where this mercy comes from. In a sense, I understand how you describe the attitude or the application, but I'm wondering, where is really the awareness? Is it an awareness of love for every soul that will give me mercy? Is it an awareness of knowing how much Baba, God would want to help the soul? Because sometimes you say, well, if I see how Baba gave me the generosity, the bestowing, then I can do it on other people. So is it the awareness of God's mercy on us that allows me to have real mercy for others? Because I'm afraid sometimes that my mercy can be a little bit arrogant. And I think, who am I to feel mercy for someone? I'm still having to deal with my own thing. So why would I feel mercy for others? Or is my mercy, oh, I'm superior, therefore I can have mercy? So I'm still searching for the right frequency to make sure the mercy I feel is from the right awareness. I don't know if that's clear what I'm sharing.
I think also ultimately it's true love which we have for souls, that we are one world family, and if there is suffering anywhere, internally I think everything what we do is out of love. That's what I feel is an awareness that we all are one family, we are brothers, and I mean, it's really one unlimited family in the world, and how many are suffering. But then Baba says this iron age and all this will happen more and more. So you just be merciful and bestow.
I know for me, my experience is my love for others is increasing a lot. We feel that the more we are free from our own weaknesses or negativity, I think the more we're available to love others. I'm wondering a tricky question. Do you feel you love us more and more?
I don't know, it's loving someone.
Okay. I was hoping you would say yes, Eric. Bye.
I think it's Baba's love, no?
Mm.
Baba's love. And you have to be just loveful. What I'm saying, sun has to shine, right? Sun doesn't say, okay, now I am shining on you more, and I feel you have to be master ocean of love yourself so that others can feel that love. Love is not something given, but you share. And people do feel, they say, oh, I really feel lots of love. And yeah, so again, it's word giving, love is not there. You have to be that image of love, right?
But would you feel that your image of love keeps on increasing? I mean, we feel that from you. I think many of us, we know something is happening. We saw the flowers, I think was day before yesterday or yesterday, were so high. And we thought, I don't know if Sister Mohini has so much love that now the bouquet has been rising, 3 stories high. So you must feel your love is increasing.
So if it was today, they are lower. So what it means?
You have given them to everyone. I think you have been distributing them. No, I'm teasing you, but I feel that, our love, I know you say love is natural. You don't create love, but I'm wondering if our ability to love can increase to such an extent that there is that experience more and more for everyone, and it increases all the time.
Because we are not looking at anyone's weaknesses, we are not looking at anyone's behavior. We just have love as souls. Because you are not holding to what people have, you have more love for them. Generally, we hold something. This one doesn't care. This one's intellect is not good. So when you're holding something, love is not experienced by them. But if you don't, just look at souls, let them take care of whatever. So then I think they do feel more love. So maybe everyone is feeling more love because I just look at everyone with that purity, with that feeling of relationship. So they experience more love.
You mentioned something earlier which really struck me was, about fulfilling desires, but also being free from desires. Were you talking about we have to fulfill everyone's desires and make them free from desires, or fulfill everyone's desires, but remain yourself free from desires?
See, everything what we do, what we receive and what for our own life we do. Now, when we come to Baba, we had so many thoughts. You can call them desires or thoughts, and they disappear. So many things when I was young, I used to think about, and after some coming to Baba, there is no desire, right? So we have to apply the method which Baba applied on me. And that is that when you really find the truth, you have contentment, then you are free from desires, right? That's what I said. If person either gets it or somewhere deeply within, Baba said, unlimited is taste. How much really I need? Why I have desires, So desires are over in a way.
Sometimes when we want to serve properly someone, we feel that Baba tells us sometimes take the pulse before, giving them or fulfilling their desires or being bestower, and don't bestow anything on them unless you know what they feel. How do you take the pulse? When we go in front of you, do you take our pulse, or is there a trick to take someone's pulse spiritually?
Baba says when you are giving knowledge and sharing that how eternally, originally, soul is divine and pure, and that person doesn't resonate to anything like that. So you feel that, he's not yet ready. Or Baba comes also say that, oh, he's not from yet our family or deity family. So I think that one can know exactly by using some points of knowledge, what is the pulse of that soul, in the sense of how much to share. Should I share full knowledge or just give what that soul can understand? So it's very simple actually. Right? The whole day you come to know what is the state of mind of other person. and through mood, through expression, through words. And so you come to know the pulse. What's the pulse like today?
Lovely. I don't want to take more of your time. I know it's always a pleasure to, we always give you many questions, and I admire how you play with them. And also I know you are thinking about them. So it's always inspiring to hear your thoughts. So sending you lots and lots of love. I know here we had lots of beautiful tolis in Winnipeg for the weekend, and I'm sure you must have very, very special toli to, I'll show you the toli we brought from Montreal for the whole, oh, well, it's wrapped up, so I don't think it's going to be very easy to show, but it's all chocolate toli that we brought for the Winnipeg family. We've got many tolis here, many tolis here. So we are swimming in the ocean of toli. Oh, and you have big ones too.
Diwali toli, many
Diwali toli.
in a bag. It has the sweet toli, salty toli, two sweet tolis. They are special Diwali toli.
Every center in Canada received a box of toli from Toronto. The whole oh, the flowers are growing again. I can feel the love, Sister Mohini. The love is growing.
Did they?
You see?
Toronto sent toli for Diwali to every center?
Yeah, Toronto sends big tolis to the whole family. This looks like a little puppet show, you know? It's like, I think the flowers are going to start speaking. Should be careful. Yeah, this is beautiful.
Now they gone higher because our state of mind is higher.
No, I think it's because of the toli. As soon as we speak of the toli, then the flowers are growing.
That's possible.
Lovely. Congratulations. You're really in a living garden. It's a beautiful, beautiful scene.
This is what is inside the bag.
Oh, lovely.
That toli they gave in Madhuban after Baba Bundi. This called Gugra.
Right. Lovely. Well, happy Diwali to everyone. And I know, yes, thank you. I have no desires, but just trying. It doesn't zoom in. It doesn't zoom in.
This is Baba's.
Lovely. It's really experiencing a beauty of the garden. Thank you. That's lovely. And I can hear all the little living garden on the other side of the wall laughing and being very present. So lots of love, Mohini Didi, from everyone. Happy Diwali to everyone. And let's keep celebrating in that beautiful spirit. And yeah, those flowers are really something. So are they still moving or no? Not anymore? I feel like they're walking. Lovely, Mohini Didi. Lots of love to everyone.
Which class is this?
This class.
Oh, this one. This is the class sitting in front.
Right.
Harrison, New Jersey's family.
Oh, I see, New Jersey.
You all can wave to Brother Eric.
You have living flowers too, right in front. Oh, wow, this is okay. This is where it is from. Lovely. Wow, it's beautiful.
Okay.
All right. Good night, everyone. And yeah, Golden Age will be Garden of Flowers, but I think this is competing with Golden Age now.